Hello students, today I am going to discuss on the topic relationship of prehistoric archaeology with other allied sciences like geology, paleontology, geography, physics and chemistry. Let me first introduce about this topic. Prehistoric archaeology may be defined as a science which yields information and develops theories about past human activity of the time period before the emergence of written record by means of studying ancient material remains. Numerous branches of sciences like geology, paleontology, geography, physics, chemistry, oceanography, remote sensing, geographical information system, microbiology, metallurgy, and other newly emerging disciplines like geoarchaeology, bioarchaeology, zooarchaeology, isotopic study, etc. The last few decades have witnessed a steady growth of application of natural scientific methods to archaeology. Above all, the interdisciplinary approach of archaeometry is considered indispensable and an integral part of archaeological studies. Now let's come to the next point, archaeological science or archaeometry. It is the application of scientific techniques to the analysis of archaeological materials, including dating of antiques. It helps to reconstruct the ancient human lifeways in different ways. For example, the physical and chemical dating methods help in building absolute and relative chronologies. Environmental science provides information on the past landscapes, climates, flora and fauna. Remote sensing and geophysical survey application helps in locating buried features at various or different levels. Conservation science helps in studying the decay processes and conservation of artifacts, etc. Most importantly, the invention of several dating methods like carbon-14 dating for dating organic materials, dendrochronology for dating trees, thermoluminescence for dating inorganic materials including ceramics, optically stimulated luminescence for absolutely dating and relatively profiling buried land surfaces in vertical and horizontal stratigraphic sections. Electron spin resonance for dating teeth, potassium argon for dating fossilized remains, etc., which have contributed tremendously in building chronology of our past. Now let's come to geology. The first greatest contribution of geology to prehistoric archaeology is the principles of stratigraphy. It helps in determining the relative dating of artifacts found in different cultural levels. It also helps to understand the factors which determine the human habitat on the earth. The artifacts recovered from particular geological formations like river terraces provide us a relative dating to the site. Now let's come to the next point, stratigraphy. Stratigraphy took its root with the formulation of the principles of stratigraphy and its acceptance by the geologists and archaeologists. C. J. Thomson advocated 3-age system in which humans passed the 3 technological stages, namely Stone Age, Bronze Age and Iron Age. Stratigraphy is the study of these strata in an archaeological site and their relation to each other, and the determination of archaeological sequence in which they were laid down. The general rule is that the upper one is later than lower one. However, the archaeologists must not be too hasty in equating sequential deposit with the sequential age of the materials. The context of the artifacts and their comparisons must be carefully evaluated before any conclusion can be drawn. The next point is paleontology. It is the study of fossils to determine evolution of organisms and interaction with each other, and their paleo-environments and paleoecology. Fossil remains have provided new information about the earliest evolution of animals. A fossil is defined as any trace of past life form. It includes woods, bones, cells, soft tissues, that is under certain conditions, tracks and trails, and corpolites. There is no absolute age for a biological structure to be a fossil, but most of the fossils that paleontologists study are several thousands to several billions of years old. Paleontologists study fossils and attempts to use them to reconstruct the history of the earth and the life on it. Some paleontologists study the ecology, environmental and climatic history. Paleontologists do study the fossil record of humans and their relatives, and they are interested with the fossil animal bones or plant pollen associated with an archaeological site to find out the subsistence diet of the people who live there, or analyze to get clues on paleo environment of the particular site. Now come to taphonomy. The term taphonomy was coined by J.A. Efremov, a Russian paleontologist, in 1940 for the study of the transition of animals from the stage of biosphere to that of lithosphere. It was derived from two Greek words. Taphos means burial and nomos means law. Literally, therefore, taphonomy means laws of burial. It is a process in which animals pass out of different parts of the biosphere, get fossilized and become part of the lithosphere. Nowadays, the application of taphonomy and paleoecology has so widened that they are now considered sister disciplines of archaeology. Next point is geography. A map is a scaled symbolic representation of a segment of the Earth's surface as viewed from above. It is the utmost importance for the archaeologists having the basic knowledge of reading the various maps. The registered archaeological sites are located on the maps. These survey maps will have established network of points in the country which provide precise information on locations and elevations of important features, that is, the precise latitude, longitude, elevation and distance between each of these features. A topographic survey map helps to locate transit stations, roads, buildings, elevations and contours showing the flatness and roughness of the terrain in 3 dimensions. The hydrographic map helps to identify the ancient shoreline, ancient water supply, and Paleocene. Now let's come to the application of geographic information system in prehistoric archaeology. Geographic information system has been an important tool in archaeology. It has strengthened the archaeological investigations since archaeology often involves the study of spatial dimensions of human behavior over time. The tools made available through GIS help in data collection, its storage and retrieval, its manipulation for customized circumstances, and finally, the display of the data so that it is visually comprehensible by the user. Now come to the archaeo information. Science attempts to uncover and explore spatial and temporal patterns and properties in archaeology. Research towards a uniquely archaeological approach to information processing produces quantitative methods and computer software specially geared towards archaeological problem solving and understanding. Now let's come to the relationship of prehistoric archaeology with physics. Various methods of physics are applied in archaeology. These help in the analysis of the location of sites based on the resistivity, magnetic and electromagnetic survey, analysis of artifacts based on X-ray fluorescence, neutron activation, etc., and dating of strata or the artifacts by thermoremnant magnetism technique, potassium argon dating, uranium series dating, etc. One of the greatest contributions of physics is the dating method. Among the sciences, physics has contributed significantly in getting an absolute date for archaeological materials. Archaeomagnetism also provides data on the past secular variation of the geomagnetic direction, and to a limited extent, these can be used for dating. Now let's come to the relationship of prehistoric archaeology with chemistry. Chemistry plays an important role in archaeological studies as it forms a new and distinctly interdisciplinary subject. Archaeological chemistry dealing with the chemical study of ancient materials. The composition, structure and properties of materials can be studied with the help of archaeological chemistry. The essence of this science rests in its ability to provide information about the properties of matter that is completely close to visual observations. Chemistry plays a crucial role in the conservation of antiquities and archaeological monuments. The chemical deterioration takes place once the buried object is disturbed from its microenvironment. The dating methods like amino acid resmization, nitrogen and fluorine tests are determined based on the chemical properties found in the archaeological material. The preservation of rock paintings, fresco paintings, palm leaf manuscript, rare paper manuscript, bronze objects, cleaning of monuments, etc. are being carried out at the advice of the conservationists. Therefore, the contribution of chemistry in the preservation of various historical documents cannot be underestimated. Hello students, now I would like to conclude with the following few words. In recent years, it has been observed that prehistoric archaeologists and scientists from different disciplines have been working together with particular interest in advancing the development and application of scientific techniques and methodologies of all areas of archaeology. It is helping in developing and applying scientific methods through improving the quality and reliability of scientific information derived from archaeological research. It is strengthening our knowledge of our ancient people and activities through the application of a wide range of scientific techniques from natural, biological, earth and physical sciences.